Hi, Team Rockstars. Brittany here. So today is Sunday, June 19th. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Today is our Sunday's Q&A video. And you guys have some great questions today. Um, so what we do every 2 weeks is a Q&A. You guys ask the questions. I give you the answers, provided that I can get them for you or I know them. If I don't, then obviously I'll research them and I'll get you the answers. So if you ever have questions, just watch my post in Rockstars and I'll post Q&A video coming up, and then just ask. There's no reason to be shy about it. Otherwise, you can message me or email me if you want it private. So to start out with tonight's is Robin. She says, I've been researching the heck out of fundraising. It says tips, advice on any you have done. I have only done a personal one for a close friend, daughter going on a trip, senior year type deal. And she obviously does the fundraising. I do not. I never recommend a rep doing it themselves. You gotta find people to do the work for you. That's why they're making the money. That's the best advice I got for you on that. As far as anything else in fundraising, Robin, we're going to Vegas, baby. That's one of our courses, you know that? That's why we're taking that course, because I don't know a whole lot about fundraising either. So you're going to learn why I learn as well, why we're in Vegas. So don't worry, I'm going to bring all the knowledge back as well as Robin when we come back in August. So Robin, just hang on to your horses there a bit, girl. We got 5.5 weeks, and you're going to learn all about your fundraising. So am I. I'm kind of excited. So that's that question. The next one is from April, and she said, when attempting to make sales face-to-face, what do you say? Just ask them if they'd like a catalog? Well, there's the direct approach by, asking if they'd like to see an AVON brochure. And then there's also the indirect approach, where you incorporate it into a conversation you have, like, oh, I love your necklace, where did you get it? And then easing into the AVON approach. So you have direct and indirect is how people have explained it to me over the last 5.5 years. But yeah, I mean, depending on your shyness or whatever, I mean, you can just come right out and ask people. You can just leave them a book with a sample and say, hey, here's a free gift for you today, when you're going through the checkout lines at the grocery store or, whichever, leaving a tip on the table. Molly has talked about being incognito lately. I still laugh and it goes through my head because I've watched her live on video saying incognito. So, and that's just randomly dropping a book somewhere in the grocery store cart when you put it away. Randomly, I've seen a lot of people doing it right now with putting it in the aisles at Walmart that carry their bug spray. Yeah, I've seen that, just randomly putting them in a doctor's office when you have a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment or whatever. It's all about, what you're comfortable with doing. I'm not a direct person when it comes to Avon. I'm very indirect, and I like the incognito approach with this business, just because I'm one of those people that if people came up to me to try to start promoting their business, I'd probably be one to tell them where to go. So when I go out places, I'm in and out. I'm there to do my business and get out. Whether it be doctors, dentists, whatever, grocery shopping, but if I do leave books behind, that's about as far as I go. Laundromat, stuff like that, I'll have my husband take a handful and drop them off at the laundromat because you just never know. My husband does a lot with my business. He's a lot behind the scenes. He does my book tosses. He does my book drops. During the winter, he does my deliveries, just because I hibernate here in the Wisconsin wintertime. So eventually you guys will all see him. I know a few of my team members have met him personally, but his face will start to show up here eventually when he wants it to, I guess. He prefers to be behind the scenes right now. He's very quiet. So April, it really depends on what you're comfortable with doing. You can do direct, you can do indirect. Nothing wrong with going into a bank and asking the ladies if they have an Avon rep or how long they seen since they've had an Avon brochure. Sorry, 1 minute. My mom is messaging me on Facebook while I read the questions. All right, the next one comes from Katrina. It says, when you reserve a room to talk about Avon, is it okay to take a bunch of samples and brochures, sometimes 2 different brochures, to show the people what they can get, or is it better to only take a few of each? I would assume you're talking about kind of like a grand opening party or an open house type deal. That's really up to you. I would honestly say, depending on when your order date is, to take the 3 current brochures that are valid for people to see and choose from, just because something may be on sale 2 campaigns prior, or just take the current one, and then if you find it cheaper in the previous 2 campaigns, you can call them up and say, hey, I got you a deal, I found it on sale, this is the price I can get you. Otherwise, just take all 3. Don't go overboard with giving people a bunch of samples. Keep it specific to certain things. Like, however many perfumes and cologne we have, don't go get samples for every single one. Focus on 1 or 2. Same with, like, makeup products, or anything like that. Just focus on a couple, not the entire book, when doing an open house or a grand opening or whichever you are going to do. Keep it very simple and very minimal to your costs, because we do have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if somebody doesn't like something, they can return it. Yeah, we pay for our returns, but that's part of the cost of business. But we also do get 1 free return a month, which not means 1 item. It means an entire box goes back. You can fill our big boxes to about 30 pounds of product. You can fill it to the rim, send it back, and it's not going to cost you anything. They charge you your account. They credit you within 2 business days after it's picked up from the carrier. So, but yeah, keep simple. Your samples that you're earning for free with $100 orders, I would just stack up on those. And take those. And I mean, you don't really have to purchase any more samples beyond that. I just keep it simple, keep it low key. Have maybe if you have some product on hand, obviously have them out there for people to sell, to people to buy right away. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, just take the current 3 catalogs or just the 1 if you're really, determined to sell something specific out of that calendar or that catalog specifically. Take that and, focus on that brochure specifically. So it's totally your call. I mean, that is just my advice. I mean, everybody's different on how they do things, and you just kind of gotta, take and give and see what works for you, because what works for me doesn't always work for everybody else, and what doesn't work for you may not work for me. So it's just a simple trial and error. I would hope that if you're reserving a room, you're going to have a big turnout, or you're not paying anything for it, just because it doesn't always seem to happen where you could hand out 100 postcards or flyers or whatever and 5 people show up. So I'm just saying, hopefully you're not spending a ton of money on that. And then we have a question from Tim. It says, my mom wants a ring, but she doesn't know her ring size. She asked if we had a ring sizer like the stores do because she wants a ring. Tim, I'm going to answer you on this video as well as type you, because Robin says that we do, and actually we don't anymore. So I'm going to type this. Hold on. So I went through the business tools. When you create an order, there is a column on the left-hand side that says Shop Sales Tools, and then it goes to Business Tools. Yes, that's where it would normally be listed, but as I look tonight, we no longer have that. So with that being said, I highly suggest everybody bombard contact requests to Avon requesting that comes back. I know I'm going to, because I think it's a vital tool to have specifically. So yeah, that's Tim's question. The ring sizer. If she really doesn't know her size, she can go to the store and get sized, and then come back to you. Yes, our sizing runs a little bit differently, but it will give you a general idea. And like I said, we can always exchange for a different size or return if she really doesn't like it or whatever. I've never had anybody return any rings for size issues except for the men's rings. Those only come out about twice a year. And because the 11 apparently doesn't fit like an 11 on men. So, but otherwise, yeah, I've never had people return a women's ring, ever in 5.5 years, actually. So, if anything, like I said, have her go to the store, get sized, and then let you know, and you can order the rings. So, otherwise, yeah, they're not in there anymore. I'm looking again to make sure I didn't miss it. But no, they're not in there. We used to have them because I own them. I have both sets. We used to have 2 sets that came through for a thick and thin band, basically men and women. And I've had them for probably about 5 years. That was one of the first business tools I actually bought to carry with my business, just in that regard. Yes, Robin, I hear you. Yeah, kind of stunned. I was too when I went to go look. Yeah, I'm reading Facebook as I record my video. That's how I do it. That's how I keep everybody's questions. It saves me from writing them down. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, those are the questions for this week. These were some good ones. I was kind of glad, Tim, that you asked that question because, like I said, I didn't know we did away with that business tool. So I'm going to be sending an email. Hopefully, all you do too, so we can get that back into the business sales tools, because I think every representative should actually own a set of the ring sizers for sure. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where everybody's going to be. We have Closeout Tuesday coming up this week, which means another video Tuesday evening. It'll be later. It'll probably be close to 9 o'clock my time, which is Central Time, just because one of my middle kids has a softball game, and I usually don't get home till close to 9 when she's on traveling games, which it is this Tuesday. So, who knows? I might live stream from my my car, but I highly doubt it because I can't read the stats and everything else. And plus, we'll go through with what's coming up and what everybody should be focusing on, what I think everybody should be focusing on selling. I know last week I was supposed to do a product video, but I took this Sunday off last week because we had a family day and we went to a water ski show here in my hometown where it was free for locals. So it's something I do with my kids every year, so I took the weekend off. Don't worry, it's coming. I'll do one next Sunday, but yeah, we'll talk about everything on Tuesday with where the stats are with the team. We're kind of low right now, but that's all right. I didn't have the greatest campaign either. I had a lot of returns go back from stuff that I just couldn't move. So I did just bit the dust and took the loss in award sales, and it is what it is. But we got some new people. We have 11 pending new representatives right now for campaign 14 and 15. So I'm kind of excited to see all of these people joining our team, and hopefully they're within the group and they're watching the videos and watching everybody interact. So, but anyways, you guys have a great evening, and I will see you all on Tuesday night for Closeout Tuesday. Talk to you later. Bye!